Hello and welcome to Michigan Soccer. It is men's soccer. Michigan is hosting Cleveland State here at Soccer Stadium in Ann Arbor. And Michigan is overall on the season. They have 2 wins. They have 2 wins, 5 losses, 7 draws, while Cleveland State has 3 wins, 7 losses, and 4 draws. This is senior day. It's the penultimate match of the season. They'll have another Big Ten game in a couple days. 8 seniors were honored for tonight's game, but Michigan, most importantly, is looking for its first win since Rutgers about a month ago, and looking for its first goal in about 3.5 weeks. So, I'm joined by Sydney Cyprian, first broadcast ever.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about your first broadcast, and what can we expect from the Wolverines tonight?
I'm a little nervous. It's my first one, but I used to play soccer, so I feel pretty confident. I feel like Michigan's here to prove something. They haven't really shown anything in about a month, but I can see how excited they are to be on the field and to show Cleveland State what they're made of.
Yeah, and for Michigan, while they do have a lot of seniors, they also have many freshmen as well, and their goalie Isaiah Goldson has been tremendous for them this season, and he is the starting goalie for the Wolverines. And for Cleveland State, their starting goalie is their senior Omid Naimi, and we got a freshman versus senior goalie matchup here as we are about to get underway. Michigan will be wearing white jerseys, black shorts, I believe, and Cleveland State will be wearing all green. So we'll get underway here. Any last thoughts, Sydney?
I'm really excited to see what Cleveland State's goalie has in store. He's also a key player for the Cleveland State men's soccer team, so Michigan has something to go up against today.
Yes, they do. Michigan trying to score its first goal in 3.5 weeks. Let's see if they can do it here tonight.
We're getting ready. Everybody in positions.
Cleveland State will start with the ball. Michigan looks to have 4 on the back end. And the ref is about to start play as we get the first 45 minutes underway here very soon. And we are off. Cleveland State kicks it back to their goalie, who boots along, headed by Bryce Blevins, but it's Cleveland State with the ball on the right side. Blevins is the one defending Cleveland State in these first 30 seconds. Happy to kick it back out to their goalie, Naimi. Is there anything you're seeing here early about the formation, maybe the way Michigan's pressuring here early?
Yes, there's a lot of good passing done by Cleveland State, but Michigan's putting a lot of pressure on them. They're currently on the Cleveland State side, doing a lot of good work.
Yeah, and that pressure is really paying off as Bodie Saul almost forces an errant turnover here, but Cleveland State hasn't been able to keep possession. They've been possession here for the entire first minute of the game here as they turn it over, an errant pass, and Michigan will get their first possession here early.
Not much touching done by Michigan, but they're now getting in it.
And right as they have their first possession, Michigan turns it over fast. Jason Buckner applies the pressure for Michigan, and it will be a Cleveland State throw. Cleveland State of the Horizon League, as they throw it in, heading the ball back and forth to each other. Buckner tries to gather it, and now it's gathered by Saul, who gets it back to Will Baker, and Michigan will have their first real possession of the game as they try to fit a long ball in for Duilio Herrera, and it's going to be and it's going to find nobody, and it's going to be a goal kick for Cleveland State.
Not much happening on the Michigan end with their defense. A lot happening with their offense right now. Possession has been mostly in the Cleveland State side.
And Michigan, a team who has only scored 13 goals on the season. That's 13 goals in 14 matches, less than a goal per game. As Cleveland State is attacking here early, get it in, try to find marker rematch in the box. But Michigan's going to do a good job to clear, get it to Golston. There's pressure on him. He boots it out, but it's right to Cleveland State in the midfield, and they turn it over right away. 3 minutes here. Cleveland State, their last game was actually they're, never mind. Looking at the wrong calendar, but Cleveland State in the Horizon League will look to kind of make a statement here against a Big Ten opponent, even if it's not a premier Big Ten opponent.
Currently an injury on the field. Wondering if the ref is going to... Yep, the ref just blew the whistle. Cleveland State. Bryce? No, sorry. Albert Portes down on the field. Looks like his arm is injured.
Yeah, Portas is a senior from Barcelona, Spain. And
he's being escorted off the field by the trainer.
It looks to be his left arm or shoulder, and looks like he's going to stay in the game. Looks like he is okay. That is a good sight to see.
Shaking it off, ready to get back into it.
And the ball is at the feet of Isaiah Goldson. And Goldson is one of the top 100 freshmen, according to Top Draw Soccer. So while Michigan has not had a great season, they have a future stud in goal for them. First 4 minutes, Michigan trying to get their first real possession. It's a long ball played in. It will not be recovered by anyone. And it's going to be a Cleveland State throw. The other freshman is Alex Wagner, the mid-season freshman, top 100. Wagner has 3 goals. That's tied for the Michigan League lead. As only one other player has at least 3 goals for the Wolverines. That is Bryce Blevins. Finally moving the ball around for the first time. And it's played into Buckner. The goalie falls down. Right side of the box, a shot, and saved by the hands of Naimi. Fantastic save. The first real chance of the game. Buckner almost took advantage, and Buckner gets a turnover. Once again, plays it outside the box to Bodie, and Michigan will have to reset at the halfway line. This is a fantastic chance for Michigan. Oh, and it's going to be the Michigan crowd wanted a foul on Cleveland State, but they will not get it. What did you see on that chance? Because that was the first real shot of the game, and just a really great save by the goalie.
Amazing. Got down right in front of the ball. not much distance between the shot and himself, so really hard shot and a great save.
First save by either team and Simone Vasquez, the senior, checks into the game for the first time. Checks out for Bodie Saul. Simone Vasquez, a midfielder, very skilled with the ball as well as passing. Though has not played a ton this season.
Miller with the ball.
Jonathan Nabaka is the right back. The two center backs for the Wolverines are Nolan Miller and Will Baker. As Michigan is content to take their time here. There's really been one chance early on in this game and not really much else. Moving the ball around, they move it to the right side. Baker gets it to Herrera in the middle, finds Bryce Blevins, the leading goal scorer. And on the right side, it's Al Hasnawi, the left back, trying to find space and left to reset at the halfway line.
A lot of passing in the defense here, trying to find something to do.
Yeah, and it's Michigan, the defense really hasn't found much to do. It's kind of been a lot of passing back and forth, but between the defenders all game pretty much.
Pretty much. Michigan has done a good job of applying pressure on the defense of Cleveland State, though, however.
Yeah, their defense, their forwards have really pressed up early in this game, especially Wiley Furch. And what does that press do for defenders? That high intense press.
Early pressing on the defense makes them really angsty. They don't really have what they want planned because we're putting a lot of pressure on them, making them confused, having to think on their feet, which usually mistakes come from that.
And Buckner had it about 30 yards out, try to do a cross pass. He steals it again. Top left side of the box. Cuts right. Michigan will have it once more as Cleveland State try to get it out. Ball in. Buckner, left side of the box, and it goes right across the goal line. There was nobody there to tap it in for the Wolverines, and Cleveland State will be content to have a little counterattack here. Another great chance for Michigan, and Jason Buckner at the center of it once again.
Cleveland State with the ball.
And it's headed by Remock, but it's right to the Michigan defenders, who, as we've been saying, have controlled the ball a lot. But here's Cleveland State trying to press a little bit more to force Michigan to do a little something with the ball. There, Catet pass it back to Goldson for safety, and has it up to Furch on the left side in the attacking herd. Blevins back to Furch. Furch with a little spin move to Blevins on the left side of the box. Cuts to the right. Gets it back to Al Haswani. Michigan in the box. It's Blevins, and will we have our first corner?
Yep.
I think we will. Yes, we will. It'll be Bryce Blevins to take the corner. Let's see what Michigan can do here.
Our left side of the field has been very fast, very technical with their passing and their dribbling, so I'm excited to see what the left side has to offer with this corner game.
And Bodisol checks back in the game once again. Simon Vasquez checks out. It'll be Blevins, his left foot, kicks into the box. It's high and right to Cleveland State. They get it back out, but it's Furch with the ball for Michigan. Here's Alaswani at the top of the box. It's volleyed in and right to the keeper, Naimi. And Cleveland State trying to initiate a counterattack, but they give it right back to Goldson. It's Michigan ball once again as Michigan turns it back over. We've had one shot, one corner kick here, not a ton of chance to speak of. Both chances have come from the Wolverines here.
I like how far out Goldston is when he's standing and the pressure is in the Cleveland State side. There's no need to be back all the way in the net, and he's doing a good job preventing the balls from going any further than maybe 10 yards in front of the net.
Yeah, and Goldston's done a great job playing the ball. He's touched the ball a lot, and yeah, I mean, right now he's about 35 yards from the goal, so he has been extremely active for the Wolverines here early. And the same with Naimi. He's touched the ball a lot as Will Baker, the Wolverines' tallest player, starts the attack to Blevins in the middle to Alaswani on the left side, trying to get into the box, crossed in on the ground, and Cleveland State will be content to clear it out. It's been all Michigan here the last 10 minutes.
Great attempt there to cross pass into a potential shot, but nobody in Michigan was there to catch it.
And it's Alaswani gets to Blevins in the box and tries to make a sliding shot is Duilio Herrera on the cross from Bryce Blevins. Michigan's third quality chance. Cleveland State tries to get the counterattack, but a great defensive play by Jonathan Nabaka, and it's going to be a Michigan throw.
That was a great attempt on a shot, just missed the mark barely.
Yeah, just kind of got his toe in it just a little bit, just couldn't get enough power to get it past the Cleveland State keeper as Michigan's playing dangerously to Baker outside their box. And now they are on the attack. Getting it to Bodisol in the middle of the field. To Buckner on the right side. He's looking to play across, but he will get it back to the center back, Noah Miller. Here's Buckner trying to make a move one-on-one. Decides against it. You've seen Buckner be on the attack a lot here.
Our defense, again, passing it around, trying to find a play to make. They can't seem to get one.
Yeah, the defense seems to be very, very patient and seems content to just kind of let Cleveland State run around. So far, while hasn't resulted in a goal, it's worked pretty well in getting some high-quality chances. And there's a long ball trying to find Blevins, and it'll go way past him for a Cleveland State goal kick.
That patience in the back is what's preventing Cleveland State from getting anywhere near the goal. They've only had a couple of chances near that goal, so the defense's patience is really helping right now.
Yeah, and that's forcing Cleveland State, when they do get the ball, they are not being patient. They are because they just haven't had the ball out. They're trying to get opportunities as quick as they can, it seems like. But now they are content to pass it back to the defense. And State with their first sustained possession in a while. Quinn Groves, the left back, will play it across the field. And Jason Buckner for Michigan is up on the right side. Doesn't look like Michigan's press is as intense as it was early in the game here. And now here comes the Michigan press quick. And they force turnover. It's going to be a throw-in for Michigan. Michigan press, that was very sneaky.
Very sneaky. There was a lot of patience there, and then all of a sudden attack by Buckner and a couple of the other forwards. Great job on Michigan's end to force that kick out.
And what can Cleveland State do to counter that a bit?
Cleveland State can make a decision faster. The whole game has to be a little bit more fast-paced because the more you wait around, the easier it is for the other team to figure out what you're doing and get in front of that.
Again, Cleveland State, we'll see what they do the next time they have the ball, but once again, it's the Michigan defenders passing it around, passing it back to Goldson, who you mentioned was very key in playing the ball. Michigan being very patient for an attack. Nolan Miller has it by himself, looking like they're going to find Al-Aswani on the left side. He is calling for the ball. Oh, and a nice little pass to Miller from Herrera with his back foot in here. Al-Aswani, one-on-one, beats his man into the box, the cross, and it goes right past the foot of Herrera, saved by Naimi.
Great save by Naimi. Got down, slid on the crown, caught the ball.
That's just another player. Michigan gets a good chance. Just Herrera just couldn't get his foot on the ball. And here is Cleveland State looking to move fast here. It's Portas, who was hurt in the middle of the field. Shot from way outside. That's an easy save for Goldson.
I believe that's Goldson's first save of the game, and it was a good one, being so that the shot was from the bar.
No real threat on that shot. Michigan turns it over in their own half. It's on the left side of the box, about 20 yards out. Ball played in, and it's touched by Cleveland State, but it'll go right to Goldson once again.
Albert Portas of the Cleveland State doing a really good job of keeping the ball down on the defensive end of Michigan.
Yeah, and that press from Cleveland State, that forced the turnover there, and Portas was there to clean it up. Let's see if Michigan tries to attack left side now. The left side attacking has been generally more dangerous here, especially with Al-Hasnawi, who's
Our left
initiating.
side is really fast, really technical. Don't leave room for error. So I think it's smart that Michigan's attempting to go in from the left side.
Absolutely. Here is Cleveland State throwing. Michigan gets a ball back, but turn it right back over at midfield, and it's a dangerous chance for Michigan. Cleveland State turns it over. It's Perch. Ball played in, and Naimi, the keeper, was in a foot race.
Ultimately won by Cleveland State. Great save. Went at each other. Julio had a whole flip over the goalie.
Yeah, race between Naimi and Herrera, and Naimi won that one. A dangerous turnover for Cleveland State. We've seen that a lot. And there's another one in the attacking third. It's Buckner with it on the right side. Ball played in, a high cross off the head of the center back, and it's going to be a Michigan throw, even with the penalty spot on the left side.
A little too hard of a kick from Buckner, just a little bit softer, and it would have been in the perfect position for a goal.
We've seen Buckner play a few balls. Michigan plays a low cross, cleared by Cleveland State, and it'll be a foul on Michigan. I believe that foul was on Quinn Rogers. We're almost halfway through the first half here. Michigan has dominated most of the play here, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard as they try to thread the needle into Herrera at the top left side of the box, but it's Cleveland State who has it again. Play a ball on the far left side and race between Buckner and Quinn Groves of Cleveland State. None of them get it as with 22.5 minutes. Michigan plays it back to Isaiah Goldson.
Michigan's doing a great job at capitalizing on these Cleveland State passes, being able to steal the ball away a couple of times for some great opportunities near the net.
Yeah, and we'll see if one of those opportunities can lead to a Michigan goal. They've let the chances, but not a goal yet. They play a ball to Buckner. It looks to be a handball. They play the advantage and try to thread the needle in to Bodie Saul, but right to keeper of Cleveland State, Naimi. That was almost a golden chance for the Wolverines, but they just couldn't take advantage. That's been the story here in the first half. And here's Perch once again with the turnover on the left side in the attacking third. Tries to play it into Blevins, and it goes right to the Cleveland State keeper, Naimi, once again. And Cindy, and these turnovers, you mentioned that they keep happening. Just Michigan, just they haven't been able to make those chances count. As here's one once more. Here's Quinn Rogers in the middle of the box, tries to play a ball in. Kicked out by Cleveland State to Bryce Blevins on the left side. He's got two men on him. Shot and a save.
Great save
by Naimi. Wow.
Extremely hard shot. Had to jump down to the ground to save it.
And a fantastic play by Nabaka. I don't even know how to describe that as they turn over once more. It's a little shot trying to go over Naimi by Blevins, and it will go over the goal instead. Michigan is really putting on the attack here.
It's really unfortunate because they're really making a lot of good opportunities but missing it barely by the mark. That Nabaka, can't really explain what he did there, but it was fun to see. He squatted down, spun around, and stopped the ball. That's the best way I could explain it.
Yeah, like stopped the ball between his legs like he was playing a game of Twister, and somehow he stopped the ball and got on the counterattack. Here's Cleveland State, play a dangerous ball over the middle, intercepted by Buckner. Here comes Michigan once again. finding Furch. Riley Furch on the left side. One-on-one. He wins. Ball in, and it's a goal for Michigan off the head of Bodie Saul. A fantastic cross by Riley Furch. And Michigan, after having so many chances, they finally come through, score their first goal in about 3.5 weeks. It is 1-0 Wolverines, and that is the first goal of the season for Bodie Saul.
The team on the sideline looked so happy. The team on the field went and ran and hugged their teammate because after a long dry spell, this is exactly what Michigan needed, and their pressure has definitely paid off. Unfortunately, I feel like Nahimi maybe just didn't see the ball because it didn't seem like he even went after it. So great start for Michigan.
And Bodie Saul is absolutely fired up here. By the senior on senior day, that has to feel incredible.
Bottom right of the goal, off the right foot, and assisted by Riley Furch.
In Cleveland State will have to do something to counter here, and Bodie Saul has not against Penn State, where Michigan lost 4-0. That was his first game since September the 19th, so that has to feel just so good for him.
This is also his first career goal.
Wow, as a senior too,
As a
first
senior.
career goal.
So his team is really ecstatic for him right now.
That is on senior day, first career goal after being hurt for a while. That has to feel so good, and he's had plenty of opportunities this whole game, but finally Michigan comes through.
Looks to be an entry on the field right now. Julio Herrera, but no whistle from the ref.
Yeah, the ref will not stop play. Cleveland State, and a good tackle by Nabaka.
The
And
ref now sees the injury on the field.
we will stop play for a moment.
Julio Herrera holding his stomach and rolling around on the ground right now. Looks to be a gut injury maybe, or an arm.
Yeah, the trainers are coming out. We hope he's all right. Herrera on the season has one assist, and both teams will stop play as the trainers attend to him. We will take a little short break here. We'll be back once we resume play. And we are back. Looks Herrera is up and walking, but he will come off the field for the time being. And on to replace him will be the freshman Alex Wagner, 3 goals on the season. We hope Herrera is okay.
Really excited to see what Alex Wagner has in store as a freshman. Already has 6 points and 3 goals, so he's doing pretty well right now.
And on senior day, let's see if the freshman can steal the spotlight here a little bit. So if you are just joining us, Bodie Saul, Follow Michigan, scored his first career goal on senior day. He was very excited. A little header tap in on an assist from outside the box from Riley Furch.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
1 shot by Cleveland State, 4 by Michigan, and 1 goal on Michigan's end. And we have a 1 offsides call on the Michigan side.
And Cleveland State will play a ball in, and it's right to Isaiah Goldson. Nice play. Goldson has not had to deal with a lot of shots, but he's been very active in terms of passing and playing the ball all game. As here's Wagner's first touch and kicks it back out to Michigan at midfield. Got about 17 minutes left in the first half. Michigan leads 1-0. We've not seen Cleveland State have a whole lot of anything on the attacking end so far. Here's Nolan Miller will play it into Nabaka in the middle, intercepted by Cleveland State, but right back to Miller. Cleveland State upping their press, especially on Nolan Miller here on the near side, and trying to play Quinn trying to play into Furch, and Michigan will just get the ball right back. Cleveland State once again not able to get anything going here. 16 minutes left in the first half.
A lot of pressure from Buckner.
Buckner, we've seen try to initiate offense a lot in. He almost intercepts a pass he's had. A couple of chances here. Him and Wagner with the press, but Cleveland State does a good job to swing the ball all the way to the right side. Here comes Cleveland State. The speedy Bryce Blevins comes all the way back. A little pooch pass by Cleveland State. Gets into the box. It's a shot, and it goes right past the post on the left side, out of the reach of Goldson, past the near side post, and I believe they said Goldson touched it, and it's going to be a corner. Here's Cleveland State. They play it in quick. High cross. It's headed, and it's a goal for Cleveland State. A header on the cross.
Great shot. Great shot. Goldson really couldn't do much about that. It bounced down and went up to the net. Didn't see it coming. Great header into the net. Goldson on the ground. You'll be a little disappointed, like you shouldn't be. That was a really hard goal to stop.
Yeah, and Cleveland State strikes back out of nowhere. Before the play, Michigan looked a little confused as to how they were defending the corner. Cleveland State took advantage of that and played it in quick, and they even it up here in Ann Arbor.
I think the key here is like the pressure, and Cleveland State after that injury came out with a lot of pressure, and that's when they were able to get their goal. Michigan in the beginning was applying a lot of pressure, and that's when they would be able to get their goal. So pressure is key here.
Goal scored by Josh Davis. It was just a fantastic ball played in the assist, Albert Portas.
The goal was in the top center of the goal, and it was assisted by Albert Portas and Carlos Portas.
And that was just I don't know if Davis meant to get the header on the ground and go over the head of Goldson, but certainly a fantastic shot. And Michigan, who's controlled most of the game, trying to attack. It's played in and whiffed by Wagner, who turns over inside the box. Cleveland State is fouled by by Michigan. As it's played in to Buckner, who gets it back out to Nolan Miller. On the field, it is João Paulo Ramos. He on the season, he has 2 goals, 1 assist, 5 points. One of their top point scorers on the season. He gets his first action here today. 13 minutes left in the first half.
Seems like we have a lot of producing freshmen with Zhao, 5 points, and Wagner with 6. So Michigan has a really talented younger underclass.
Yeah, and we're seeing some of it here as here's Furch trying to play it into the freshman Wagner, but it's a little on the left side. It's going to be a Michigan throw even with the penalty spot. Now, Michigan, I mean, how tough is that mentally when you're kind of dominating the first half and then Cleveland State just out of nowhere just creates a great chance and scores an unbelievable goal?
Cleveland State hasn't had much shot on goal, so I feel like they just needed a little bit of action on the defensive end of Michigan to get something to happen. But again, it was a really, really hard goal to stop.
Michigan trying to play a ball, and it's deflected off Cleveland State. Ball trying to find Buckner. Zhao gets it, and a pass by Nabaka trying to find Buckner goes out of play, and it will be a Cleveland State throw. 11.5 minutes left. Tied at 1. Cleveland State almost turns it over right in front of the box, and here they are on the attack, but Michigan looks to have numbers. Getting inside the box, a shot from 30 yards out, and it's tipped by Goldson. That was a dangerous shot.
Very hard, very from afar, but Goldson does good with those, being able to catch them right beforehand.
And here's second corner. Their first corner they scored. Ball in and right. Headed out by Michigan. A shot from way out, and it goes over the goal. But the referee says it was tipped, and it'll be another corner. Their third corner of the game. It'll be Portas again to take it.
A lot of confusion on where it got tipped, but that says it got tipped, so corner kick.
Here's Portas. Ball in, and the shot from the right side, and it's cleared out by Buckner. Almost. If Jason Buckner was not there, that could have been a goal. Danger shot, and Cleveland State is starting to ramp up the pressure a little bit. 10 minutes left here. They have the ball, free kick, right to Michigan, heads it out. Portas will have it on the left side, defended by Buckner. Cuts in, ball is deflected, and it's gathered by Perch, who tries to find Blevins on the run, but It'll be intercepted by the Cleveland State right back. Michigan turns it over once more. It's Rubio at midfield of Cleveland State. We are under 10 minutes. Cleveland State now leads Michigan in shots 5-4. Their shots have come in a bit of a flurry here in the last few minutes of play.
Cleveland State now has the advantage being on the Michigan defensive side, which we really haven't seen much in this game so far. We've really seen Michigan, Cleveland defensive side, so nice change of pace.
And Michigan will certainly have to counter that. They've been comfortable being on the attack for most of the game, but now the tables have turned. And it's Michigan who's being on the defensive in this draw so far. And to win this game, Michigan will of course have to score multiple goals, which they do not do very often this season. I think they scored 2 goals versus California Baptist versus Maryland versus Rutgers. Those are their multi-goal games. Let's see if they can add another one here to win. Ball played in, headed by Cleveland State from outside the box. It's Wagner.
Great block on the Cleveland defensive side.
Yao, excuse me, on the shot. And Quinn Groves tries to play it down, and it'll be a foul on Michigan.
Ciao.
Here's Groves. Left side, plays it across to the captain. Gets it back to Naimi. Pressured by Wagner. And here is Cleveland State. Ball played deep, trying to find the brother of Albert Portas, Carlos Portas, and Michigan turns it over. It's Simone Vasquez back in the game to Furch on the left side, inside the box. Gets it back out, shot, deflected by Danilo Bakoc.
Cleveland State's done a good job at deflecting shots of Michigan. That was the second one in the last couple of minutes here, where Cleveland State wasn't there to deflect the ball. It would have gone into the net.
And we've seen that a lot. A lot of Cleveland State deflections. While only says, yeah, we've seen a lot of Cleveland State deflections. Michigan's got 5 shots, but only 2 saves. Ball in from the corner, finding Blevins, and it's headed by about 4 people, and it goes right to Naimi.
Really easy save there.
Naimi 3 saves. Goldson with 2. Six minutes left here in the first half. Portas. Portas plays it in to Rematch. Cuts back to left side. It's a shot, and it's wide of the net.
It's really interesting to see that Cleveland State has so much energy in this last part of the first half, considering they haven't had as many subs in as Michigan. So curious to see if Michigan is just a little tired and needs this half to come back in the second.
Yeah, and especially considering the fact that that Cleveland State played just that Cleveland State has been playing on the defensive for most of the game. So the fact that they still are showing this tremendous energy is very impressive. But Cleveland State last game was a draw at Purdue Fort Wayne. It's their second road game in a row. Cleveland State wants a handball on Miller. It might have been, and there's a foul on Caleb Trowbridge of Cleveland State. And Michigan will have a free kick at about the near side half field.
There's a lot of debate on whether that was a hand call or not, but ref said it touched his chest, and then right after, Michigan was able to draw a foul.
We've seen a couple potential handballs here early. Michigan on the free kick. Gets it back to center back Will Baker. He'll have to initiate some offense. Here's Vasquez, the senior, playing it into Buckner in the middle of the field. Far side to Al Hasnawi. He gives it to Zhao. Back to Miller. In the middle of the field. To Baker on the other side of the circle. Back to Miller, and with 3.5 minutes left, not many chances. Won't be that many chances. Miller gets it in to Buckner.
Good passing by Michigan currently.
Buckner, Meg's the defender. Meg's Portas, but in trying to get the ball back, Nabaka commits a foul. That was our first Meg of the game, if you're keeping track at home.
Currently keeping a tally right now.
Yeah, that's one. Under 3 minutes left here. Naimi will execute the free kick.
A lot of congestion on the right side of the field.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everyone on the field in one place, but it's Buckner with space down the right side, plays the ball to Wagoner, but it is intercepted by Cleveland State. Trowbridge with the ball, swings it around to the left side to Ortega. Excuse me, that's Rematch, not Ortega, and Will Baker takes down from the Cleveland State forwards. I believe that was Rematch.
It's really interesting to see how each side of the field plays a little differently. Our left side is very fast, very technical, while our right side is also fast, but is more focused on pressurizing the defense. And so when the ball switches sides of the field, you get a completely different play.
Yeah. You contrast on the left side, Hasnawi, who's maybe a little bit more patient, versus Buckner, who really brings the energy and can throw the team off guard. Here's Cleveland State, free kick at the circle, ball in. It's a line drive headed by Portas. I mean, by Bakoc, the captain. And it's going to be a Michigan goal kick. 1:30 left.
Cleveland State's been able to match Michigan on their shots in this last half of the first half.
Which is kind of surprising considering we had like 20 minutes left in the first half and Cleveland State only had like 1 or 2 shots. Very impressive performance. So
A A lot of talking on the field right now.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the ref said, but we got some laughs in the stands. About 1 minute left. See if either team tries to make a push.
A little headbutting competition going on right now.
Yeah, playing some ping pong. Cleared out by Baker with 40 seconds left.
Good steal from Nick.
And it's Vasquez, plays the ball to Wagner, and Naimi beats him to the spot inside the box. About 20 seconds left. That looks to be it. So there it looks like Naimi will take his time. We'll maybe have one last boot down the field. So he brings it up
10, 9,
by himself.
8,
The countdown begins.
6, 5,
And that is it for the first half. It is 1-1. Michigan scored one earlier in the game. Goal by Bodie Saul, assisted by Riley Furch, his second assist of the season. And then 5 minutes later, it was Josh Davis scoring a great header, assisted by the brothers Albert Portas and Carlos Portas from Barcelona. So just a really good answer by Cleveland State. What are your thoughts on the first half so far?
There's a huge shift in the middle of the half from Michigan being pretty aggressive to Cleveland State being really aggressive, and that's where you can see it in the shots and the goals on net. Cleveland State was able to get that tie currently from their pressurization after that Michigan injury, and Michigan's been able to draw only 2 fouls, while Cleveland State has drawn 6 fouls for Michigan. So there's a lot of aggression on the field tonight, but I'm really interested to see if Michigan will come back with a lot more energy than they left the first half.
Yeah, in the first half really seemed it was a tale of two parts of the first half. In the first part of the first half, it was really all Michigan, and then you mentioned Cleveland State really kind of dominated the last half. So in the second half, we will see if Cleveland State can keep up their pressure on Michigan, or if Michigan can continue what they did in the first 20-25 minutes. So thank you for listening to the first half. We will get Jaden Fody on the call for the first time. And thank you for listening to the first half. In 14 minutes after this youth scrimmage, we will be back. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, fans, let's hear it one more time for the Plymouth Rain 2012 White and Green teams. They are tonight's halftime scrimmage participants. At the conclusion of this evening's contest, all children in 6th grade and under are invited onto the field to kick a goal. Presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. The line for the kicks will begin at the gate at the southwest side of the field.
Teddy has his friend over, they sit down, and I'm like, well, you guys can play it against each other now. 30 minutes later, I go downstairs, they're both on tablets playing it a bit.
For those who leave Michigan, but for whom Michigan never leaves, this is where you belong.
What's up, WCBN sports listeners? I'm Sydney Cyprian. I'm joined by my best friend, Jaden Fody, for the second half of this game. Jaden, how are you doing? What do you think about the game so far?
I'm doing great, Sydney. I think it was a strong start for Michigan out of the gate in the first half. And they were lucky enough to come away with a goal quite early on, but unfortunately, Cleveland State followed that in the next couple minutes. And after that, all the momentum was with Cleveland State. So Michigan's looking to get out here, start strong again, and kind of find that momentum back.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what Michigan has to offer. Hopefully they were able to take this halftime to really think about what they're going to do next.
Exactly. Here we're awaiting kickoff for the second half. Michigan to start with the ball.
I believe that is Wagner up in the circle. Waiting for the ref to blow the whistle. Currently, Michigan is tied with Cleveland State 1-1, and they're pretty even on their shots on goal.
Michigan starts this kickoff with the ball back to Goldson. Quickly pressured by Cleveland State.
There's an injury on the field. Looks like Kyle Folds. Gets right back up. Just got kicked. Oh, sorry. That was not Kyle Folds. That was Joseph Rimick. Gets back up, walks it off. Good to see.
Looks like we're about to have a free kick here by Cleveland State. Albert Portis to take the kick.
All taking positions, waiting for the kick to happen.
Cross in from the right side of the field. We have the ball on the left side of the box. Pass back by Cleveland State. Send that ball in, and it's tapped away by Michigan.
Cleveland State wasn't able to produce anything with that free kick, and now it is in their defensive end.
Cleveland State looking to switch the field over here to the right side to Albert Portas. Bring the ball back in the middle here. And it's passed back to the defense. Jason Buckner, again with that pressure that we saw in the first half, looking to get some of that energy back to Michigan's offense. And we're swinging the ball around Cleveland State's defense, and it's deflected out of bounds by Michigan.
Seems like Michigan is able to kind of hop on this second half more aggressively, hoping to keep that energy up.
Taking a throw in here for Bakoch on Cleveland State. And we have the ball back on the left side of the field. And it's Jason Buckner. Oh, not Jason Buckner.
Possession is switched to Michigan.
Foul here on Cleveland State. Michigan looking to get something going with this free kick here on the right side.
It's starting to get a little rainy. Great weather to play soccer.
It's Vasquez with the free kick. That's brought back to the defense. Will Baker trying to take the ball up here to Bryce Blevins. And play the ball into the middle, looking to get something going over here. Michigan with a nice cross, but it is tapped out of bounds by Cleveland State.
It's nice to see the switch of the field so we can get a better view of the left side of the field now and see this technicality and pressurize and speed that Blevins and the other left side of the field show.
Nolan Miller taking the ball up from the defense by himself, looking to get something through, but it's Cleveland State's goalie. That's the only player in the area.
Nahimi's been a key player for Cleveland State this game. Some great saves and good ideas that have followed through with.
Cleveland State with the ball out of bounds. And it's Bryce Blevins with the throw in for Michigan. Played it down the line and tried to pass it back, but there was no one there for Michigan.
Make sure you bring that back to me.
Great passing going on with Cleveland State, but unfortunately taken.
Intercepted by Jason Buckner for Michigan, and he shoots it over the goal, just narrowly misses the top.
Jason Buckner has a lot of energy and a lot of speed to him, but when shooting at the goal, that's not what you need. You need to slow it down a little bit so that goal can make it in the net.
Right, Jason Buckner has definitely been doing a good job pressuring for Michigan, but unfortunately unable to come away with anything there. And it's Cleveland State with a goal kick here. Naimi sends the ball upfield, looking to get something going here for Cleveland State, but it's tapped away by Michigan. And a foul called here on Michigan, so we're looking at a free kick coming up from Cleveland State.
Michigan's been very aggressive with their fouls this game with 7 fouls and only 3 fouls to Cleveland State. Oh, 8 fouls now. Sorry, that last one counts as an 8.
Yeah, looking for Michigan again to get a little bit better and stop giving up so many fouls here and giving away these free kicks to Cleveland State. Passing the ball around the back line, Naimi with the ball right now. And it's pressured by Michigan.
Freshman Alex Wagner.
Ball played back to Naimi. Michigan pass back to Goldson. Looking to send something up on the left over here, but they cannot keep it in bounds. Throw in by Kaleri. Pass back to Naimi. Sends the ball up the left side this time, but it's headed away and out of bounds for a Cleveland State throw-in.
We have a very young offensive line, having 2 freshmen and 1 graduate student as our forwards. And it's really interesting that these guys are some of the ones producing the majority of the points. Despite being an offensive line, they still are some key contenders to this game, along with the goalie Goldson.
Right, Michigan freshmen are definitely putting in the work, and it's showing in the scoring. Cleveland State tried to get something going, but it's out of bounds for a Michigan throw-in.
We have an equal amount of shots on goal right now, with Michigan having 7 and Cleveland State also having 7.
Jason Buckner with the ball here on the right side, but it is tapped out, and Cleveland State with the throw-in. Jason Buckner again with the pressure, but is unsuccessful, and Cleveland State is driving up the middle. Intercepted pass by Michigan. Jason Buckner plays it back. Plays the ball into Vasquez, and Jason Buckner tries to send it up the line, but it is deflected and out of bounds by Cleveland State. We're going to be looking at another Michigan throw-in coming up here.
Looks like by number 24, Patrick O'Toole, another freshman. Freshmen seem to be dominating senior night tonight.
Patrick O'Toole with the throw-in to Jason Buckner. Playing with it around here, and he is unsuccessful and taps it out of bounds on his own. Cleveland State throw-in.
Buckner's a really good, fast, and technicalized player, but at times needs to probably calm down his playing a little bit to prevent some of those out of bounds that aren't even by Cleveland State.
Ball in by Cleveland State. Takes a couple touches in the box. We're now sitting on top of the box. Looking at Cleveland State on the left side of the field, swinging it back into the middle, and now back to the defense. Coming up here on the left side with Caleri.
A lot of good passing by Cleveland State.
Sends the ball up to Caleri on the right side here, but it is intercepted by Michigan. Jason Buckner tries to clear it, and it goes straight up. Ball out of bounds. It's looking to be a Cleveland State throw-in.
A lot of confusion on the field. A lot of Michigan feels that that was a Cleveland State out, not their own.
Ball intercepted by Wagner on Michigan, but unfortunately it goes out of bounds. Another Cleveland State throw-in coming up here. Caleri with the throw-in for Cleveland State. Nice pressure once again by Michigan, but unable to come up with anything. And it's Caleri running down the middle for Cleveland State. Sends it up on the right side. Trapped in the corner over here. And it's touched out of bounds by Michigan, Cleveland State corner.
This would be Cleveland State's fourth corner, third corner of the game. My bad. They've been doing pretty well on corner kicks, I would say.
Looking to see if they can make something happen with this corner here. Looks like it's going to be Carlos Portas taking this corner kick for Cleveland State.
Cleveland State's had a lot of possession currently in the game.
And headed in, unable to come up with anything. And it's Jason Buckner taking the ball up the right side for Michigan.
Another out by Jason.
Cleveland State throw in. And it's sent back to the defense. Looking to maybe switch the field here and get something going on the other side. And it's Naimi with the ball. And there's that switch we were looking for, but unable to come up with anything as Michigan heads it away. And it's passed back to Will Baker on defense, and Goldson sending the ball up to the middle for Michigan. Patrick O'Toole with some nice footwork, and it ends up back with Nolan Miller. Ball sent back to Goldson. And we're swinging things around, looking to get something going on this side of the field. Passed up to Bryce Blevins. Once again with the footwork, it seems like Michigan's being very technical recently, which is nice to keep possession. So hopefully they can work on getting the ball up in that final third a little bit more. Michigan throw in.
Michigan's being very patient currently, trying to figure out a play to make, which has worked for them in the first half when they made that first goal.
Will Baker with the ball. And he sends it up the line to Bryce Blevins, but he is unable to get a touch on it. Cleveland State goal kick.
Bryce Blevins has been a key player in this game, being a senior from Illinois.
We see Jason Buckner again with that pressure. Pressure has definitely been a big part of this game for Michigan. Hoping they can force a mistake and get that ball in their own attacking third.
Slide tackle, really nice by Buckner.
It's Caleri with the ball, and Bryce Blevins comes away after that tackle. It's getting pretty physical here in the corner. Bryce Blevins 2v1, and he's able to come away with it. Cross in, intercepted by Cleveland State's defense. And it's going to be a Michigan throw-in.
Bryce Blevins has had 8 points this season and 23 overall in his career, so he is a really good contender to have on the field during the entire game.
Ramos for Michigan, unable to come away with anything on the left side right here. We are looking at another throw-in for Cleveland State. And it's Kaleri with the throw. Cleveland State has had a lot of throw-ins recently. Looking for Michigan to maybe keep possession more and stop giving up these throw-ins over here.
Seems as though Cleveland State hasn't really earned any of these throw-ins. They've
Right.
mostly been on the Michigan side.
Ball up to Wagner. Bryce Blevins dribbling into the box. Nice cross, just narrowly misses that far post.
Would have been a very good pass or goal on Blevins' side.
Michigan definitely looking to take more shots like that and kind of catch Cleveland State off guard. That's definitely going to be where Michigan is going to find the most success in this second half, looking for their second goal of the game.
Could not agree more.
Goal kick, Cleveland State. Pass back to Naimi. And he sends it up here to Rimac. But it is intercepted by Michigan in the middle.
The Cleveland State trip.
Attempt to
leads Michigan's
send
possession.
the ball overhead, but it does not work. Cleveland State trying to string some passes together, but those are intercepted by Bourgeois. Cleveland State with the ball here over on the left side. Sending things back to Naimi, looking to reset here. Trying to pass the ball around here in the middle a little bit. And trying to switch the field, but it's Blevins that intercepts that pass. Another attempted pass to Blevins, but it is intercepted by Cleveland State. Swinging the ball back around the middle of Cleveland State's defense. And it's Blevins with the tackle, but called a foul. Rimac on Cleveland State looking to dribble up the side here. And it's Kaleri with the cross in the box, headed away by Michigan. Sending the ball up here to Wagner.
A little
But
too hard of a
Naimi-
kick. Wagner was not able to get it.
Naimi comes away with the ball, although Cleveland State sends it out of bounds.
Really good attempt for Wagner, but unfortunately couldn't get his foot on it. The kick was a little too hard for him to catch up to.
For Michigan, number 6, Quinn Rogers.
Quinn Rogers now enters in for Buckner. Really interested to see how Rogers does.
Lawrence.
Leon also subbing in for Michigan. Hoping these fresh legs can get something going, maybe a little bit more attacking for Michigan as they come up in this final third. Ball back to Goldson. Swinging it around to Nolan Miller on this left side of the field.
Charlie Lawrence, the guy right there, on the right wing. Charlie Lawrence,
Leon being a junior from Ghana and Rogers, a senior from California.
No, my brother and my brother Charlie Lawrence is his brother's Charlie Lawrence.
Michigan possession of the ball.
Throw in here. And it's O'Toole to Leon. Looking to send something in the box. But it's passed out of bounds by Cleveland State. Michigan throw in. Looks like we have Patrick O'Toole taking the throw for Michigan.
Hydrate. How to stay hydrated. Drink water. Drink water. Climate
Ball sent back up to Vasquez. Out to Leon. Looking to get a cross in, but it is deflected off Cleveland State. Oh, or it's deflected off Michigan.
Really interesting. Our goalie's being pulled aside to talk to right now.
Not quite sure what the call is. Looking like a foul on Cleveland State right outside the right side top corner of the box. Free kick for Michigan coming up here.
Patrick at the very top of the center circle. Everybody else congested near the net.
Looking to get something in the net for Michigan here. And come away with some more energy. And it's sent in just a little too far, and Michigan is unable to keep it inbounds. Cleveland State throw in.
Everybody's a little wide dispersed right now, not as congested as they were before. First Cleveland State throw.
And throwing for Caleri on Cleveland State. Is headed backwards, but there's no one on Cleveland State there. Will Baker with the ball. Pass back to Nolan Miller. Miller taking his time here. Cleveland State doesn't seem to be pressuring their defense as much right now. So they have a little bit of time on the ball. Back to Goldson.
Trying to figure out what they're going to do right now.
Cleveland State once again is not pressuring. Michigan has a lot of time on the ball back here right now. And sent up, but it is intercepted by Rubio on Cleveland State. Ramos on Michigan with that pressure. It's called foul on Cleveland State. Ramos takes a quick free kick. And it's Miller dribbling up with the ball.
It was a really good draw on Ramos' side.
Deflected out of bounds by Cleveland State. Looking at a Michigan throw in here.
Both teams having a hard time keeping the ball on the field and not out of bounds.
We're definitely seeing a lot more throw-ins this half. Both teams hoping to get some more possession, string together, and have a couple more passes. Cleveland State catches Michigan off guard and takes a far shot out, and they have scored a goal on Michigan's mistakes.
Goldstein was seen too far out of the net, and while this has helped him in the previous half, it did not help him. He was unable to get back to the net to catch that ball before it went in. That was a really good shot on Cleveland State to see that opportunity and take it.
Cleveland State catches Michigan off guard here and catches them on one of their mistakes. Goldson far out of the box and was not able to get back in time, although he did get a hand on it. Wasn't anything enough to prevent that goal from going in.
Goal was scored by Marco Ramick in the bottom center of the goal off his right foot. Unlike the first goal that was scored by Cleveland State, this one was easily preventable and just a mistake made by Goldston.
Definitely easily preventable. Michigan's got to keep up the energy and try not to let this tear them down. We're looking at 23 minutes left in the second half here. Michigan sends the ball up here. Wagner with the ball in the box.
There's a substitution for Josh Davis, Caleb Trowbridge in for Cleveland State.
Looking at a Michigan throw here by Lawrence. Ball back to Ramos. Sends it back to Miller.
Ramos does really well when he has a lot of pressure on him from Cleveland State. I've seen several opportunities where there might have been 4 guys on him while he's dribbling. He's been able to get it away, so good job on Ramos.
Definitely doing a good job keeping possession here for Michigan. Looking to need more of that now. Finishing out this second half, looking to get that equalizer. Nolan Miller with the ball here in the middle.
an attempt at a Meg, but unfortunately not on my tally list.
Unsuccessful. And it's deflected out of bounds by Cleveland State.
Really quick turnaround here.
Pass back to Goldson, looking to maybe switch the field and sends it back to Will Baker to keep playing on this side. Michigan looking to get something going here. Sends the ball in just a little bit too far for Quinn Rogers, and it's a Cleveland State goal kick.
Michigan has had a lot of subs this game versus Cleveland State, not as many. Interested in seeing why Michigan State seems to lose their momentum a lot quicker than Cleveland State when they have so many sub-ins.
Yeah, definitely wondering why there's so many subs in this game. Maybe to get some fresh legs in there, hoping to bring some of that energy back for Michigan. And the ball is sent back to Nolan Miller.
Nolan Miller seems to be dominating the defensive line right now, kind of captaining where things are going.
Definitely keeping things together back there. Ball is sent wide to Al-Hasnawi. Sent out here to Lawrence, tries to get the cross in, and it is deflected for a Michigan corner kick. Looks to be their third corner of the game here, hoping to capitalize on this opportunity. Sends it up to the top of the box to Al-Hasnawi. Cross in, and the header is just above the goal by Nolan Miller.
I really like Michigan's formation when they do corner kicks, where they keep Patrick at the top of the circle and everybody else congested near the net. That allows for, if a ball were to maybe leave the net area, Patrick to be there and prevent it from going back towards the net.
We are looking at a Cleveland State goal kick. Naimi to take the kick, sending everyone upfield, thinking this is going to be a far one.
Everybody congested on the right side of the field.
Both teams should open things up to the left side. Been playing more frequently on the right side, and doesn't seem to be working for Michigan. Leone with the ball here in the center. Sends it out to Lawrence. Dribbling into the box, 2v1. And sends it up to Vasquez at the top of the box, who attempts to send it wide, but it is headed away by Cleveland State for a Michigan throw-in. Quick throw-in for Michigan here. Sends it out wide to Leone. Tries to get that cross in, but it's unsuccessful. Back with the ball. Michigan playing around with the ball up here. Tries to get that cross in, and Vasquez is fouled.
Looks to be a little bit of confusion on the field.
Not for sure what's going on right now. Ref's talking to a Cleveland State player. Free kick coming up for Michigan.
Cleveland State has done a really good job at deflecting balls, especially their defense. We've seen that a lot where Michigan has an opportunity, tries to capitalize, and it's deflected before it even gets to their goaltender. So good job on Cleveland State's side.
Yeah, Cleveland State has definitely been preventing these shots on goal for Michigan. Hoping to get something and get a nice shot on goal with this free kick here. Goldson once again really far out the box, hoping Cleveland State is not able to capitalize like they were last time.
He's really close near the midfield line talking to his team.
Free kick for Michigan. Sends it in, low drive on the ground, and it's straight to Naimi. Unfortunately not able to capitalize on this attempt.
Kick was by Quinn Rogers.
Punt by Naimi, headed by Baker, but it's back out for Cleveland State. Seems like they've been favoring this side of the field for sure.
Right side heavy.
Looking to open things up to that left side as they have a player wide open right now and they send it straight there. Coming up in the middle here, and it's deflected by Michigan. But Cleveland State's back with the ball. The coach sends it out. And Michigan's able to come away with that. Ramos, the ball here on this side. And it's deflected by Cleveland State. Michigan throwing.
Michigan's been able to dominate this first half and the second half, being mostly on the Cleveland State defensive end.
Michigan has dominated, but unfortunately they don't have anything to show for it. Cleveland State was able to come away with that really lucky goal, but they have not had any other opportunities outside of that.
Whistle by the ref.
It's looking like a foul on Michigan. And a yellow card. This is our first card of the game. Looks to be on Nolan Miller.
Interesting.
Free kick here by Cleveland State.
This will add to Michigan's numerous fouls.
Yeah, Michigan definitely needs to play a little bit cleaner here if they want to hold on to more of that possession. Kick in by Cleveland State, straight to Goldson. Hopefully Michigan can get this quick turnaround.
Everybody dispersing.
Taking the ball up here to Al-Hasumi. And it's Cleveland State that comes away with the ball. Patrick O'Toole with that nice steal, but Michigan is not able to keep possession. Coleri with the throw in for Cleveland State. Miller is unable to come away with that for Michigan. Cleveland State attacking. Header by Cleveland State right to Goldson. Sends it up quickly here.
It's a really good opportunity for Cleveland State. Great passing through each other. Just a deflection and not much contact near the net.
Ramos trying to get the ball through for Michigan, but Clary comes away with it. Miller resetting back here in the defense. Up to Vasquez. Looks like Michigan was pushed here, but no foul by the ref. Rubio's been doing a good job here for Cleveland State, switching the field and facilitating some of this possession. Back to Naimi.
Great pressure by Alex Wagner. Amazing slide tackle by Charlie Lawrence.
Lawrence with the ball here, out to Ramos. Sends it in. And it's an amazing save by Naimi.
Another dive save, which he tends to be really good at during this game.
Naimi's fourth save of the game has been definitely helping Cleveland State out back there. Naimi with the ball. The coach sends it up. And Baker comes away with that header for Michigan.
A lot of the play has been in this midfield area, occasionally dipping into either defensive side, but not much happening.
Pellegrini for Cleveland State attacking right now, but it's Lawrence that comes away with the ball and tries to send it up for Michigan, but it's unsuccessful. Coleri with the ball for Cleveland State. Lawrence taps it away and out of bounds for a Cleveland State throw-in.
We have under 15 minutes left in the second half. Wondering if Michigan will eke out another goal or two.
Michigan's definitely hoping for a goal or two so they can get that third win of the season. And it's Pellegrini here in the middle, but he's contested by 3 Michigan defenders. Cleveland State with a shot. Goldson with an easy save.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at a bot to see like Julie. On Tuesday, I turned bell on it.
Both teams are pretty evenly matched, I'd say.
Right here.
That's why there's not really much going on either end, and it's mostly been able to be kept in the midfield area.
Goldson with the ball. Definitely a pretty evenly matched game. Neither team with much consistent possession. Michigan's looking here with Leon to get another cross in and a shot on goal. The cross in was not hard enough, but Michigan luckily comes away with the ball. Sends it back to Baker in the middle, hoping to restart something here on the other side. Vasquez with the ball now, looking for that open player, and he finds Hasnawi, who is fouled right outside of the box.
He looks to be injured, down on the ground, holding his knee.
Both players on Michigan and Cleveland State look to have some sort of injury from that collision here.
Looks to be Josip Remick for the Cleveland State. And Al-Nawi for Michigan.
Ramos looking to take this free kick for Michigan. Works almost like a corner kick.
Formation's really interesting here. We have a lot of congestion near the net, yet 3 men on the outer end of the box, and of course Patrick near the top of the circle.
Ramos with the ball in, unfortunately curved too far wide. Was not able to get anything for Michigan on that play.
It's really key when you're shooting on the net to calm down a little bit and go a little bit lighter than you'd think, because those balls so easily can go so far away from the net, and that's what happened to Ramos here.
Right, definitely needed less power on that ball. It was a little too strong for how close he was to the goal there.
Number 13, Julio Herrera. And number 29, Riley Furch.
Looks like we have a sub here for Michigan. Riley Furch coming back into the game.
Cleveland State. 2, Carlos Portis.
Goal kick by Nahimi.
Ball played back to Naimi. Sends it up far for Cleveland State.
There's a Cleveland State substitution. Carlos Portos for Josip Remick.
Michigan with the throw in. Bryce Blevins takes it. And Ramos comes away with the ball, looking to send it out wide to Leon, and he taps it.
Great attempt, just could not get it on there.
Unfortunately, could not get a good enough foot on that shot.
It's a great pass by Ramos to Leon. He was there, he just couldn't get his foot on it.
Perfect amount of pace on that ball. That's exactly the balls Michigan's going to have to look for if they want to find another goal in this game. Looking at just a little bit over 11 minutes left. And it's a goal kick for Cleveland State here. Naimi taking the kick for them. Nice header to keep that in bounds by Portas, but it's sent back to Goldson for Michigan. Vasquez here sends it out wide. Lots of space on this side for Michigan. Out to Leon. Amazing cross in, but it's deflected away before it could reach a Michigan player. Cleveland State sends it back up. Vasquez intercepts for Michigan. Lots of congestion on that side. Was unable to keep possession for Michigan. Bryce Blevins, though, with that interception in the middle here.
He's always there where they need him to be, and he was there to get that ball and switch possession to Michigan.
Definitely great work by Bryce Blevins. Lots of nice technical skills and footwork working here for him. Will Baker takes it out wide. Furch back in the game, tries to get a give and go going, but did not work out for him. Ramos taking it inside.
Great technicality by these two freshmen shots.
And another amazing shot by Michigan, just touched out by Naimi. And we're looking at a Michigan corner here by Bryce Blevins.
It's a great shot by Ramos and good work by the two freshmen, Ramos and Wagner.
This is the type of energy we're going to need to see from Michigan. They want to put one in the back of the net before this game is over.
We have the same formation as before for this corner kick, 3 men at the top of the box, congestion at the net, and Patrick O'Toole at the circle.
Blevins taking that corner, but unable to get anything out of it for Michigan. We have Cleveland State running up the far side of the field. Crossing it in. And we have a shot on goal. Just hits the side of the post.
That was a really good opportunity for Cleveland State, just could not capitalize. It was one Cleveland State man on Goldston, and he shot and hit the corner of the net and was unable to make it in.
Michigan definitely got lucky with that one, just narrowly missing the goal and hitting the post for that.
I believe that was Carlos Portas with the shot.
Blevins with the ball for Michigan, sends a cross in straight to Naimi's hands, and he punches it away. Furch with a nice slide tackle, but unable to come up with the ball. And it's out of bounds for a Michigan throw.
We have under 10 minutes left in the game.
Ball back out to Will Baker. Sends it out to Furch on the left side of the field here. Michigan has had some more possession recently. Unable to have anything to show for that, though. They're up to 9 shots on goal. Ramos with the ball in, intercepted by Cleveland State. Carlos Portas dribbling up the side for Cleveland State, and Bryce Blevins, as quick as he is, makes it back and gets that ball back for Michigan.
Really enjoy watching Blevins play. He is a good combination of that speed, technicality, and patience, which a lot of the men on the team can learn. He is a senior, so it's good to have a senior role model like that.
Furch out here with the ball, sends it into Vasquez. Blevins is definitely setting the pace for Michigan this game, and here he is with the ball in the box. Hand ball in the box, penalty kick for Michigan coming up.
Great draw from Bryce Blevins. He had a great opportunity there, and if that wasn't a hand ball, he definitely would have gotten a goal. That's why he deserves this goal kick, because that opportunity was stolen from him. So nice to see what he could do in this moment right now.
Looks like Bryce Blevins is going to be taking this penalty kick. Definitely a great opportunity for him. He has been doing great for the Wolverines this game. He really deserves this goal here.
Yeah, currently this season he has 8 points, 3 goals, and 2 assists. And for career, he has 7 goals, 9 assists, and 23 points. So hoping to add an 8th goal to his career.
Naimi, the goalie for Cleveland State. Blevins, kicker for Michigan.
Interesting formation we see here. We have 2 clumps of men, both Michigan and Cleveland State on the other sides of Levin, and a lot of disparity out here in the middle of the field.
Kick for and it's a goal for Michigan. This is exactly what they needed to get back in this game.
8th goal of his career, Bryce Blevins, number 11, senior from Illinois. He's been playing great this game, so really happy for him. He deserved that one.
Perfect thing to happen on his senior night.
His parents are probably really happy for him out in the crowd.
I'm sure they are.
That puts the shots 10 and 10. Cleveland State 2, Michigan 2. Very, very evenly matched. We'll see if someone is able to get another goal in the last 7 minutes of this game.
This is exactly what Michigan needed. Hoping they can pick up the energy after that goal.
No one for Cleveland State. 4 for Trowbridge.
Cleveland State with the throw in here. Caleri taking it.
Whistle by the ref.
Looks like a foul on Cleveland State. Blevins to take that free kick for Michigan. And he passed it back to Miller. Center to Vasquez, who sends it out to Leon.
No
Nice
trip
pass.
ball there.
Seems they gave Michigan the advantage. Unable to capitalize on that. And Leon sends it out of bounds. We're coming up on a goal kick here for Cleveland State.
I definitely see the energy has picked up for Michigan and hoping that it stays picked up for the last 6 minutes of this game, and maybe one of the teams will eke out another goal so that there is either a win or a loss instead of a tie.
Just 6 minutes left in this game. Hoping Michigan can use some of that energy, like Sydney said, for a goal here. Awaiting a goal kick here by Cleveland State. Naimi sends it up, but Vasquez comes away with the header. Wagner looking to take it up to French. Looks like a 3v1 here. And Michigan comes away with the throw-in. Quick throw by French.
It's a lot of congestion in the corner here, but looks to be a throw-in by Michigan.
Blevins takes the throw to Furch, back to Blevins. Tries to get that cross in. Amazing header by Michigan. Looks to have maybe crossed the line, and it has. Goal by Michigan.
Alex Wagner with the goal for that one. This was a really interesting play, guys. We had a large kick by Blevins, an attempt of getting it into the goal, a great save by Nahimi, and then a rebound by Alex Wagner right back into the goal for a Michigan third goal. Now the score leads is 2 Cleveland, 3 Michigan, and Michigan looks to be so happy. The team stormed out on the field because they really have not had a win in about a month, and this could be a possible win. We don't know. There's still 4 minutes left in the game, but the energy is definitely high. The guys are definitely really happy right now, so excited to see what the rest of the game holds.
Yeah, this is exactly what Michigan needed. Taking that energy and way to be persistent with it after that first shot on goal was saved by Naimi. Sticking with it and getting that goal.
Nahimi shouldn't look that disappointed because he did really well in the net. Cleveland State wasn't really helping him out much, but he had some really good saves. It just, the rebound really got the better of him.
Yeah, the score is definitely closer than this game seems to be played. Michigan with a lot more possession and a lot more passes, but it is 3-2. Leon with the ball here on the outside, looking to make a run up. It is deflected.
That gives Alex Wagner his 4th goal of his career, freshman from New Mexico. Really happy to see the freshman producing a lot.
Already making a name for himself in his first year. Great way to start out here at Michigan. And we're looking at a Michigan throw. Michigan pressured with the ball here on the outside. Able to get another throw out of that. Wagner sticking with the ball. Able to draw that throw in for Michigan.
There's
Wagner.
a substitution for Al-Hashnawi and for Ramos.
Just a little bit over 3 minutes left in this game. Michigan hoping to hold on to this lead and come away with a win.
Now on to Cleveland State.
Sub for Cleveland
3,
State.
Norris, Jeftic.
The way Michigan's been playing, I'm thinking they're probably going to eke it out and hold this lead and have their first win in over a month.
I would agree. Looks like the rain is starting to come back down again. Hopefully it doesn't affect anything, and it's a shot by Cleveland State. Not on target.
It was a good opportunity for Cleveland State, just could not capitalize. The shot was straightforward and away from the net rather than curved and into the
Returning
net.
for Michigan, number 6.
Another sub here for Michigan. Quinn Rogers coming back into the game
He replaces 13.
Dooley
for number
leaving.
13. Goal kick here for Michigan State by Goldson. And he sends it up. Wagner tries to get ahead on it. Unfortunately, Cleveland State beats him to it. Caleri with the ball, pass back. The coach sends it up for Cleveland State. Riley Furch comes away with it. Vasquez here on the far side. Tries to send it in, but a little too much pace on that ball for Michigan to make it. And Naimi with the goal kick.
Great punt.
Miller comes away with the header on that one. And we have Rogers here, sends it out to Leone on that far side. Slide tackle. Michigan comes away with the throw-in.
Had to switch balls here because of the wetness.
Yeah, hopefully the rain doesn't make it too difficult for them in these last 2 minutes, but they seem to be doing okay for now. Throw in for Michigan, but Cleveland State comes with the ball, swinging it around this back line here for them. The coach up to Caleri. Sends it down the line.
There was a lot of pressure there from Furch.
Header in, but Miller's able to come away with that. And we're looking at a Michigan throw-in. Just over a minute left. Michigan trying to hang on to this lead here. Really hoping for that win.
A minute can do so much. You can always have a goal in that minute, so it's important to keep the energy up.
Definitely. Don't want to let down in these last couple seconds here. Ball out on the far side. Definitely a lot of space for Leone. Lots of footwork here. Looks like it's 2v1, and he is able to come away with that throw-in.
Just under a minute left in the game right now. Michigan taking their time.
Throw in here. Header by Cleveland State. Michigan playing with the ball here in the corner, and they are able to come away with a corner kick.
That was a great job right there. There was a lot of pressure in that corner, and looks like that was Patrick who was able to come away with that corner kick. I really enjoy watching Patrick play because he plays the entire field despite being a defenseman. He goes where he's needed and is able to produce because of that, being all the way at the forward end of the field and drawing that corner kick.
Definitely a great job by O'Toole, keeping up that energy and that pressure, even in these last 30 seconds here. Looks like Michigan has 2 men over at the corner.
Everyone else is staying back towards the circle.
And just a quick little touch and trying to hold possession in that corner without actually taking the kick, and it did not work out. Cleveland State with the throw-in. But Furch with a nice quick turn, and he comes away with the ball.
Stolen by Cleveland State.
Dribbling up the line, now down the middle here.
And we count this down.
Cleveland
10,
State really applying that pressure,
8,
but we are at that final countdown.
Great slide tackle by Miller.
3,
And it looks like Michigan is going to come away with that win.
First win in over a month. Michigan wins Cleveland State 3-2. That puts the record at Michigan with 3 wins and Cleveland State with 3 wins as well on their record. Michigan is now at 3-5-7, and Cleveland State is now a 3.
The Michigan men's soccer team
7-5.
Sunday, October 29th.
This is just the win that Michigan needed. Definitely a great way to cap off that senior night for their 8 seniors here to get that win. And with that goal in the final few minutes, way to keep playing by Michigan. never let down, and not let that second goal by Cleveland State, that mistake, not let that bring them down. And they were still able to find their way back from down 2-1 to find themselves with a 3-2 win.
I couldn't agree more. It seems like Michigan came in with a lot of energy, but then lost that energy halfway through the game and let up those 2 goals, but then came right back with 2 more and finished it off with a lot more energy than when they started.
Yeah, Michigan definitely came back strong from the half, and it showed here. Definitely having a majority of the possession. And luckily, come away with that win. Thank you.
ESPN Sports for listening. I'm Cindy Cyprian.
And I'm Jaden Fody. And we'll see you next time.
Oh, God.